Hey there, treasure hunt fans. Your pal Big D back here again with another weekly news announcement and weekly DVD update. Like I like to do every Monday, I like to give everybody a little taste of what's coming out tomorrow, which would be the 28th. Also, I like to let everybody know what's coming out the following week, and then anything that I've heard announced over the course of the last week. So this is kind of just a general review I like to do. First off, I want to start this video off by saying that tomorrow is August 28th, which is a new release day, obviously. It's Tuesday, but it's also my wife's birthday. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart how much I love you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you for everything you do, and you're just an amazing woman, and I will love you forever. You are the best, sweetheart. So, with that, let's talk about what's actually coming out on my wife's birthday tomorrow. So, tomorrow, the 28th of August, we have several movies coming out tomorrow. It's kind of a weird mix. It's a few new releases. There's also a couple of other, like, random titles and some catalog stuff being issued tomorrow. So, tomorrow, Tucker, Man of His Dreams comes out, which I've talked about before. Also, tomorrow, we've got Brain Scan. It's the Edward Furlong movie that's being released by Scream Factory. The movie Upgrade, which I'm really interested to watch. By the way, I do want to get Brain Scan. Eventually, I will get that. Upgrade comes out tomorrow, which I'm really excited about seeing. I know the DVD, Blu-ray is really bare bone. There's not a whole lot to it. There's a lot of people complaining about it, but I'm stoked to see it. I wanted to see it in theaters, but it left kind of quickly, so it's be a great chance for me to see it. Let's see here. They are releasing. Universal's releasing tomorrow a classic a classic monster movie box set tomorrow. So, the Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, the Mummy, Creature of Black Lagoon. Each one of the main characters, they're going to put all their movies on separate discs, and it's a big, huge box set with all the movies, the classic monster movies they've ever done. Comes out tomorrow. It looks pretty cool. I do want to get it, but it's kind of pricey, so probably we'll wait, because a lot of those movies I don't own. I do own Frankenstein, I do own Bride of Frankenstein, I do own the main ones, but I don't own the lesser known ones, like Frankenstein meets this, or Frankenstein does that, or Dracula does this. I don't own the other titles of those, because Bela Lugosi didn't just do one Dracula, he did a few Draculas, so that comes out tomorrow as well. Also, Bound comes out tomorrow with Gina Gershon. I'm actually looking forward to that. Also, like I said last week, the Child's Play series and the Psycho series, they're releasing all those movies individually on Blu-ray again. It's a reissue, I think, for a lot of them. Both those movies have only been available. Both those series have only been available in box sets at this point for a while now. So they're just now going ahead and releasing everything. So be on the lookout for those. Flash season 4 of the CW show. Season 4 will be out tomorrow. Bram Stoker's Shadow Builder will be out tomorrow. It's one of those ones being put out to the same company that put out like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I mean, it's MVD, I think it is, tomorrow. A movie that I don't know much about, but it's a DC movie. It's called Freedom Fighters: The Ray. I have no idea about it. If you do, please leave me a comment down below. I'm not sure what it is. The cover looked cool, but I've never heard of it before, so not really sure. Lucifer Season 3 comes out tomorrow. I know there's a lot of people excited about that because it has been picked up by, was it Hulu? I think it's Hulu that picked it up, so we'll be continuing on. Book Club comes out tomorrow. That's the one with Jane Fonda and I can't remember who else is in that movie. Mary Steenburgen, I believe it is, about the group of women that have the book club. They read the books. I know I saw a scene. I think one of the books they read is 50 Shades of Grey, which doesn't surprise me. So that comes out tomorrow, too. Also, Once Upon a Time Season 7, the final season of that show, comes out tomorrow. Along with a movie called The Writer, which it's been getting a lot of buzz lately. I'm not really sure what it's about, but apparently it was made very low budget, but the person they used as the writer was an actual person who, like, rides horses or something like that. But I mean, like, he's an actual person, I guess, tames them and shows them or something. So I'm not really sure how that goes, but it's got a lot of buzz. Also, Azatatachi, and I probably said that wrong, comes out tomorrow with Darkness in His Alley. I believe that's how it goes. Is that Darkness? Yeah. And then the other big title coming out tomorrow is Tag. The movie Tag that stars a lot of comedians. Well, and Hawkeye from Avengers that I've all of a sudden just forgotten all their names. That's awesome. But that movie does come out tomorrow. Boy, I tell you, it's been a long day. And then on the 2nd of September, which is a couple days before the 4th, which is Tuesday, the release day, Best Buy is issuing out 2 new steelbooks. One of them is Hocus Pocus, and that one looks awesome because it's done like I've said it before, it looks like a spell book when you open it up, and actually the outside looks like a book. It's really cool. And also, they're also releasing an anniversary edition of Nightmare Before Christmas on steelbook. So both those will be released then. I'm really stoked about both those. I'm a really big fan of Night Before Christmas. Not as big as Hocus Pocus. My wife's a huge fan of Hocus Pocus, but I can't pass up on the steelbook because the steelbook looks amazing. They did a really good job with it. So that is it for tomorrow. Like I said, as you can see, there's quite a few releases. Some new, some old. But that's good. I like weeks where you have a lot of variety and a lot of things. You're like, oh, check this out. Oh, check that out. So I'm really stoked on that. So that is tomorrow, the 28th. Next is September 4th. That will be the next release week, which will be next Tuesday. On that day, again, a good mix of new and old. So on that day, we're going to have the movie Heredity, which apparently is being, I didn't see it in theaters, but it's been billed as like the scariest movie of the year. I'll judge that. I'll be the judge of that when I see it. Another movie called Ghost Stories, which I have no idea about. It looks a little interesting. And then Bad Boys 1 and 2 is coming out in 4K and 4K Steelbook. That's a Best Buy exclusive, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see. The documentary, which I really wanted to see in theaters, but I missed it, which was the Won't You Be My Neighbor. I really, really want to see that. I was a big fan of that show when I was a kid. I mean, who wasn't? Mr. Rogers was legit. I mean, I don't know if any kid, especially, in their 30s and on, or now in your 30s and older now, who doesn't know who Mr. Rogers is and what he did. And I really wanted to see it because I hear it's a really good documentary. I want to see it in theaters, but it didn't play anywhere around where I live. But that does come out next week, and I'm definitely going to be picking that up because I really want to see it. I mean, seriously, who didn't like Mr. Rogers? I mean, Mr. Rogers was awesome. That guy, I mean, man, just awesome. So that comes out. Also, next week, Oscar, the movie with Sylvester Stallone, is being released next week. Interesting Blu-ray release. Along with a couple other ones. Blame It on the Bellboy and Once Upon a Crime. Once Upon a Crime had John Candy in it. Blame It on the Bellboy had like Balki Bartakamus, from Bronson Pinchot in it. And that was a funny movie too. I remember it was like the Bellboy kept going to these different rooms. I mean, it's been years since I did that movie. But I remember we went to different rooms and different things were happening in each room. And I remember it was pretty funny. So I'm just to check that again. And I say buy it, but I really want to see it again because I know it's been, I think it was early 90s when that came out. Also, Once Upon a Crime was too. If I recall correctly, it's been an eon since I've seen that one too. But isn't that the one? I could be really wrong. I think I'm wrong, but I think is it the one where he writes like for soap opera or something like that. And he gets knocked in the head. He wakes up. It's like he's living the soap opera. I think that might be the one, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, the horror flick Deep Red is being reissued on Blu-ray next week. The movie Found Footage 3D, which I don't know much about this movie other than I saw a trailer for it yesterday on a movie I was watching, and I thought it's got to be a comedy because one of the guys go, why would you be doing how would they know to put it in 3D for found footage? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's like, but we're the first ones to put it in 3D. So, but again, why would you film this in 3D? So it looks really funny. So I definitely want to check it out. A movie called Dark River comes out next week. I don't know much about that. Along with, okay, so there's a series of movies that my wife really likes, and they're like these dance movies. So like Step Up and Bring It On and stuff like that. There's also another one in that genre called Honey. And now they're up to the third or fourth one, which this one's called Rise Up and Dance. They just keep spilling these things out. They're definitely direct to DVD or Blu-ray. They're not, theatrical, go to theaters. But it just cracks me up how they just keep pumping these things out. Like, I think there's like 6 Bring It Ons at this point. I don't know how many there are of Step Up. I know there's a few of the Step Up movies too, and then the Honey movies. I think this is like the third or fourth one in this one too. It just cracks me up how the original Honey, I'm pretty sure, tanked in the theaters, but yet they're like, nah, keep putting it out. Somebody must be watching it, and if you are, you're awesome because you're staying true to who you are, and that's awesome. And let's see, the only other thing coming out next week, well, no, also coming out is Supernatural season 13. Yes, 13. Can you believe they made 13 seasons of that show so far? Don't get me wrong, I love Supernatural. Supernatural's awesome. I've actually met Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. Great people. They were super nice. So, but I can't believe they're going to be doing season 14 starts up here pretty, in September, October, I think it is. man, and it just, that show, for me at least anyways, still is awesome. Like, it never dipped for me. I still really enjoy it. So that season 13 comes out. But of course, as you all know, it's a CW show. What's that mean? Black Friday. Also, Young Sheldon season 1, which surprisingly enough was actually a really good show. I really thought, okay, so what you're going to do is you're doing a prequel to Sheldon. They're not going to be able to tie it in. It's going to look wrong. It's not going to work right. And oddly enough, and I really went into it with a negative attitude. And I got to be honest with you, I actually really like the show. It's one of my more, not my more, that doesn't grammatically make sense. It is one of my favorite TV shows on TV right now, especially for comedies. I really enjoy it. And then the last one is coming out next week is Adrift. It's the one with Shailene Woodley. I know I said that wrong. Coming out where her and her boyfriend are taking this boat to somewhere as part of they pay you to take the boat somewhere, and they get stuck in some sort of like storm, and then the boat's partially destroyed, and he's like all banged up, and she's got to save him. Not a big Shailene Woodley. Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers. Okay. Just because, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of hers. I mean, the Divergent series, I thought that she was the part of the movie, the part of that series I didn't like, unfortunately. I did like the guy who played 4 and a lot of the other characters. I just can't get into her. She just, I just can't take her seriously as an actress, unfortunately. So if there's people out there that can, more power to you again. For me personally, I just can't. I don't know. I think she reminds me of too many people from like grade school and girls from grade school and high school that just like they wouldn't talk to me because they thought I was too much of a nerd or something like that. She just takes me as one of those people that, I don't know. It is me though, so whatever. So that's what's coming out next week. So it's a decent week again. There'll be a few movies I'm going to pick up there. Now, announcement-wise, so this is stuff that they've announced over the course of the last week. There's a fair amount of stuff. I was quite surprised at some of the stuff that they announced this week. So, probably the biggest title they announced was Hotel Transylvania 3, which will be on October 9th. And that will be Blu-ray, DVD, and Steelbook. This one's really cool. Streets of Fire is coming out on Steelbook by Scream Factory in November 20th. I'm actually really stoked on that. I actually really like that movie. It's a movie from the mid 80s. It's like a rock drama or something. I can't remember how they coined it. But it's basically kind of set in the 50s, but it's a little modern at the same time, and it's got really good music in it. Michael Pera's in it. It's a good fun. Oh, Rick Moranis is in it too. But it's just a really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I have the soundtrack. I do have it on HD DVD, but I think I may have it on DVD. I'm not really sure, but I'm finally going to pick this up. I have held off on the Blu-ray because the Blu-ray it was a Shout Scream Factory as well. It's like $25-$26, but the Steelbook's going to come out. It's going to be around 20, so might as well pick it up then. Also, The Bride with Sting, that movie, I think let's say late 80s, early 90s is coming, has been announced for next month. Oddly enough, the 5th of next month. Let's see here. John Lennon Imagine is finally coming out to Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure it's the first time it's coming to Blu-ray, and that will be out October 5th. Welcome to the Dollhouse. I know there's a lot of people out there that really, it was a big movie when it came out. I remember working at Suncoast at the time when that movie came out. And that's coming out on Blu-ray on the 25th of next month, so September. Also, The Principal with James Belushi and Louis Gossett Jr. will be out the 25th of September, which was actually a pretty good movie. I really do. It ended up being like 4 of those. I think James Belushi was on the first one, then I think Tom Berenger or something like that took over the rest of it. But the first one's really good, actually. Also, and I announced this before, but Maximum Overdrive is coming out for sure on the 23rd of October. I just watched the DVD version this weekend. I love that movie. I'm so excited it's coming out. I'm just really excited. Let's see here. And then we also have Warner Archives is releasing the movie Big Wednesday, which was really big back, I think, the 70s. It's a big surfing movie. So that's finally coming out to Blu-ray, along with, I think it's called The Swarm, which is another movie done by the guy who did Tower Inferno and Poseidon Adventure. I'm big fans of both those movies. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then the last big title it's a couple more. The movie 8th Grade, that was just in theaters, but I think it was a limited release, has been announced for the 25th of September, along with a new Puppet Master movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Puppet Masters before. It's a company called Full Moon that does these movies, and there's a little really cool, the Tunneler guy, and they got Blade and all these cool little puppets that go around, and obviously the horror movie goes hack and slash. But they have a new one coming out called Puppet Masters, The Littlest Reich. excuse me, which comes out 25th of September. 25th of September is going to be a big day, isn't it? And then the last big title that was announced for this last week was Skyscraper with the People's Champion, The Rock, a.k.a. Dwayne Johnson. And that will be coming out on DVD, Blu-ray, and Steelbook. And the Steelbook actually looks pretty nice. I gotta say, it's a very nice looking Steelbook. And that one will be out October 9th. So that is it. That is what's coming out tomorrow, coming out next week, and what was just recently announced. Let me know in the comments down below. Any of these movies you're interested in? Any of these movies you're looking forward to? Any movies you're like, no way I'd ever buy that? Even if it was the last thing I did in my life, I wouldn't buy that movie. Whatever. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about some of this stuff coming out? Any thoughts on anything like that, or any like experiences? If you've seen any of these things, let me know. Which was good, which was bad. I'm really curious to know. Otherwise, please click the like button again if you like this video. Also, click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from the old Big D. Also, click the little bell to be notified. Apparently, that's a thing now. You gotta click the little bell to be notified of stuff. And that's the way to get so that notifies you that, or at least brings it up on your page when you bring up your YouTube page that I got a new video. Otherwise, you guys are awesome. Thank you again for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I'm going stronger. I think I'm coming with it's always towards the end of the video where I just kind of drop the ball and my tongue starts going this way and I'm going that way. So, I'm close to, I think, my 100th video, so be on the lookout for some sort of special video I'm going to do when I do my 100th video. Again, thank you all so much. You guys take care. Remember to always keep hunting because you never know what you're going to find. And man, I scored on Friday. I went to, I shouldn't even be talking about this right now because I'm going to do a video later on it. But I scored. I picked up at this our local thrift store, this new one that just opened up. I picked up 2 Criterion titles, a Steelbook, and a couple other like out of print videos. I was totally stoked. I will be doing a video on that later on this week. So always keep hunting. You really never know what you're going to find. Otherwise, you guys are awesome. I'll see you soon. Remember, always remember, live long and prosper.